Mics off. Phone on silent. Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting on location today in my lovely classroom. What I wanted to talk about was something you see a lot on social media nowadays. Everyone's seen those, like, what is it? BuzzFeed hack videos where they show you how to take mundane household items that you'd probably recycle or throw away anyway and turn them into a piece of tech. So there is a particular niche market for this though in regards to teachers, which is what I am and why we're on location today in my lovely, lovely classroom in the summer holidays, because it's the only time this classroom's ever going to be quiet. So I wanted to go through and have a look today at some of these hacks that you find online. Few things to say before we get into this. One, solidarity with all my fellow teachers out there. This is just to poke a little fun. Nothing mean is meant by it. Number two, a lot of these hacks take time. And that's one of the things that really confused me about this, is as a teacher, you don't have a lot of time to arts and craft, short of in your own time. Hence why I'm here today in my summer holidays making this video, where a lot of my colleagues have loving families and children they have to look after and money to go on holiday. I'm here and making the most of it. A lot of these hacks, I'm going to be testing them alongside how viable it would actually be to set up during school time. Or is it I'm just meant to be sat around with some glue and some craft knives over my entire summer holiday to get all this ready? So, we're going to go with the first one. We are going off of a website called 24 Awesome Teacher Hacks to Keep Your Classroom Under Control. And the first one is the Quiet Spray. The Quiet Spray always works wonders. It brings a bit of mist and lots of smiles on your students' faces. So, let's go make it. I'm going to go raid the janitor's closet and see what she's got empty. Alright, so one quiet spray done. Alright. Quiet spray. So I'm not meant to spray the kids in the face with this. That's what's confusing me at the moment, because I get the idea that I'm meant to just squirt it up into the air, but just, I mean, teaching can get stressful sometimes, and I'm not saying I would, but I know I have reached times where, just give me a reason. We need to use it for other things as well. Just Timmy, off that table. Kind of treating them like bad cats, basically, at the end of the day. Where's that homework? You didn't bring the homework in again? Yeah, there we go. Sorted. I guess with the little ones, maybe, we'll keep them hydrated. I guess you gotta make sure that all the chemicals that were in it before are out, but it didn't take too long to make. So let's go on to the next one, shall we? The next one says, the tattle phone. Probably the best invention ever made. Kids report their tattle to the phone connected to the teacher's private voicemail. No, they're not having access to my private voicemail. I don't think I have access to my voicemail. I don't even remember the last time I used voicemail. Have the kids write their names on a piece of paper and dial the secret number for a fine motor exercise beforehand, and keep the kids in control at any time. I don't remember the last time I saw a phone that looks like this. No joke. It is probably older than I am, so I guess I'd have to wade through second-hand stores to see if I can find one that also plugs into a telephone line, which I'm pretty sure I don't have one in here. I think we run off Wi-Fi now. Not particularly viable, what I call that one. Next up though, we got pencils with motivational messages. Great idea to remind your students every day they've got what it takes and they can move mountains. Sharpies work perfectly on all pencils. So let's have a look. Alright, so I don't have any Sharpies because I'm not made of money, so I got a ballpoint pen and I got myself a pencil. I just need something profound and inspirational. Ah, yes. The most 4 immortal letters you're ever going to need in a test. R, T, F, Q. If you don't know what those letters mean, look them up online. Very handy. But, I mean, if they wanted you to write on a pencil with a Sharpie, I don't think that would be very good. If I put, like, a pencil here, hopefully you see that, and I put, like, the other way around, I put, like, don't do drugs. Yeah, what happens with a pencil, though? You sharpen it. You sharpen the pencil, eh? There you go. Great message for the kids. Remember, kids, stay in drugs and don't do school. I can kind of see it meaning something, but again, as well, with the heightened stress levels of teachers, by the end of the year, your messages will go from, you are a flower who can bloom into anything, to, I swear to God, Timothy, if you forget that backpack one last time, you're going to see a fully grown man cry. And you don't really have enough pencil to fit that one at the end of the day. Let's see what we got next. Smart and fun way to appoint tasks to each student. Write a different task exercise on each ping pong ball, then let each student pick away. Yeah. I had a terrible classroom accident involving a ping pong bat and a concussion. Don't worry, I didn't whack one of the kids with the ping pong bat. It was right here. And so, the least ping pong related items in my classroom, the better. Cheap stress relief for those moments in class. Pop 3 stress relief capsules every 4 to 6 hours as needed. See physician if symptoms persist. Good for students as much as the teacher. This is oh, what's it called? It's from Red Dwarf. It's the tension paper.
That dense, can't they? I mean, he invented the tension sheet.
It's just the stuff they used to use as packing paper. All he did was paint it red and cut it into small squares. And you know who he married? Sabrina Mulholland Jones.
Model.
How can that be? The most desirable woman in the Western Hemisphere, and Vicky Holden, a spotty little gimp who used to blow off the bed covers every time we had cauliflower cheese.
I need to get some tension paper for the classroom. Okay, well, I can get bubble wrap. I haven't seen bubble wrap in years. I don't think they make it anymore. I don't know. Write a comment if you know a place where I can get bubble wrap from. Or leave a comment underneath. That'd be grand, actually. I can spray it red like the tension paper. Silent sprinkles for those chatty kids. Okay. Simply fill up a sugar shaker with rice to make sure nothing comes out of it, and watch your class quiet down in a second. Alright. Well, it looks like for this one then, I'm going to have to raid the staff room. Back in a bit. I didn't find a sugar shaker, but I did find this salt pot. Salt million. So I guess this will have to do. Yes. This would be chatter in the classroom, just kind of. So I'm not meant to throw salt in the kids' faces. It wasn't really descriptive on the demonstration. I guess I just like maraca. Do 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 do. I guess it could work. It's very quiet. I guess that's why you need the rice to do it. Maybe the rice is a little louder on the glass. These are all well and good, but I think it's missing a key aspect of something that's very important with teaching that a lot of people get wrong with teaching. And that is groundwork and preparation that needs to go into a lot of things. Like, if I went back to my year 6 class next year, or I went in the middle of the year and one day lesson I just went, alright guys, trying a new thing. If I want you to be quiet, you're going to hear this, okay? They're not really going to respond to that because they haven't built up the understanding. They can't put 2 and 2 together. It takes time to introduce one of these new implements. So I do have this lovely image of like a practice teacher coming into their internship and they're just sat there with their tools ready to go, classrooms in havoc, chairs flying across the room, kids slapping each other at the back, and they're just there like, shh, shh, eyes on me, eyes on me. I've got salt in my mouth. Throw salt over the back to get rid of the bad luck. So yeah, it is obviously aimed at teachers, so a lot of us hopefully have the understanding that you can set these things up, but it's going to take time where you could be marking, grading, having contact with parents, contact with students, helping out in the staff room, meetings, everything like that. There are a lot of aspects that come on top of these little hacks. I mean, they're fun enough, but you've got to put a lot of work in for them to actually work outside of building it, making it, and preparing it. So, they're nice enough, and I think if you find one that fits with you, use it. I mean, as me, I'll keep one of these tucked to my belt. I'll pattern my own one. This is the rolled up newspaper of silence. When it bang across the side of the desk there. Or you can always go with the old classic. Alright kids, quiet down, quiet down. Not being quiet? Okay, not being quiet, okay? There we go. Thank you. Just don't do that with an iPad. I did that once, it was not a clever idea. Otherwise, use what you can. If you can't use them, don't worry about it. The most important thing is just building a relation with the kids. You can use the funky little things like these, or the pencils with the nice little messages on as well, and if it works for you, it works for you. I mean, I have my mirror of Tom Cruise. There he is. If there are any questions that I've already answered, or have very simple answers that the kids should already know, I always ask them to ask Tom Cruise. And to stare into those pearly blue eyes and ask him, when was that homework due that Mr. Willits has said 22 times already, and it's written on the chalkboard, and it's in the homework diary? And we already told you when the homework is, it's next Thursday. So, I have to go water the plants in the school garden, because if we don't, it'll die, it will get overrun, and it'll look like Day of the Triffids. Make sure to leave a comment saying where I can actually get bubble wrap from nowadays, or if it isn't like environmentally friendly. Stay tuned for more videos. My social media is up here. Make sure to give me a follow and hit the bell or like and comment. I don't know. Do the stuff you normally do at the end of the YouTube video. That stuff. Awesome. And also check out my streams. That should also be in a link below in the description. So, other than that, I'm going to say sayonara. Bye bye.